Hello everyone, my name is Chris Barron. I'm a co-founder and CEO of EMBioSys. I'd like to talk about an impactful intervention for triple-negative breast cancer that we call IVF therapy. Of all types of breast cancer, triple-negative breast cancer does not respond well to current standard of care therapies. This results in poor treatment outcomes, high mortality rates, and a high cost burden to the healthcare system and families. This is the problem that we are solving at EMBioSys. If you think of the three pillars of cancer treatment today, you have surgery, pharmaceuticals, and radiation. Our vision is that IVF therapy becomes a fourth pillar, a new treatment modality that will greatly improve the standard of care and improve treatment outcomes. This is our vision. Our solution utilizes low-level induced electric fields, again what we refer as IVF therapy, deployed in the form of adjunctive therapy via home use, electrode-free, wearable garments. This figure is an example of our camisole garment for treatment of breast cancer. There's a small snap-fit battery pack and electronics module that powers our IVF therapy coil. That coil is woven seamlessly into the garment material itself via washable conductive thread. There are no electrodes in contact with the skin. The patient simply wears it like any other tank top or t-shirt. Backed by over a decade of in vitro and animal studies, we have proven that IVF therapy reduces cancer growth and inhibits metastasis while selectively targeting only cancer cells. So that's an important distinction. With our safety studies in animals, we have no adverse effects. Our technology will be a game changer for cancer treatment and will dramatically improve treatment outcomes. How does it work? IVF therapy works via a four-pronged approach, both at the cellular level as well as at the tissue level. So the first three mechanisms here are at the cellular level, where we affect the cells cytoskeleton. We also the metabolism, deprive the cell of the energy they need to move. That's a metabolic effect that we have. The third one, we reverse EMT. So EMT is the process that a cancer cell goes through to jump from a tumor state to a metastatic state, and we reverse that process. And number four, this is at the tissue level. So we dramatically improve the natural immune response, both at the tumor microenvironment mutation as well as the metastatic sites, such as the ones in the case of breast cancer. We have multiple publications of all of our studies. You can download from our website. You can check those out there. Right? So for value proposition, for patients, it's obviously a life-saving intervention with no side effects. For drug companies, our studies have proven that we dramatically improve the efficacy of chemotherapy. That allows physicians to either dial down the dosage and still get good efficacy for folks that can't tolerate the toxicity levels, or use the same dosage for people that can tolerate it and get better outcomes. For physicians, it's a low-risk, home-use wearable garment, so it's an easy choice. And again, you get that fourth treatment pillar that I mentioned earlier. For payers, these improved treatment outcomes will, again, reduce the cost burden to healthcare and patient families. Our FDA pathway is Class 2 de novo, and we will file for breakthrough designation for triple-negative breast cancer. I should point out that a precedent has been set by a company called Novocure, who has another, it's a similar but different electric field type therapy, where they've been FDA approved for multiple different cancer types. For IP, we have one utility patent pending. We have completed a freedom to operate patentability search, and we have additional IP currently in process. For our development timeline, we're super focused right now on our human clinical work. In parallel with that, we will finalize our development and manufacturing activities and to make sure that we're ready for production and sales. We are both doing this through equity financing as well as additional non-dilutive funding, and we're showing some key points here, inflection points along the way that we could be a potential exit to a strategic commercial partner, which is our intent. Our market against breast cancer, it's a huge market. We will start off with triple negative because it is the highest area of medical need here. In parallel, we will then transition to other breast cancer market segments, both in the U.S. and globally. And our leadership, as a strong leadership team, we have a seriously experienced group of advisors. Everybody's super passionate about what we're doing. We have a great group of contractors and collaborators. We have the team that we need to put this together. This is our mission. We'll do it. Thank you.
what stage of the cancer is your product going to be most efficient?
I'm sorry.
At what stage of the cancer is your product most efficient?
Oh, at what stage? Actually, neoadjuvant is before surgery. So it can be used both before and after surgery. But for example, for patients that are diagnosed, there's usually a period of time before surgery. You would wear the garment then. That would prevent metastasis. You're trying to prevent the cancer from spreading. That's one situation. But even in conjunction with chemotherapy and chemotherapies, if you include the garment like post-surgery, it will help improve those outcomes as well. So it's both.
You talk about animal models. Do you say your system is an alternative to the standard treatments today of chemotherapy, or is it in conjunction with
It's an adjunctive therapy. We're not replacing anything that's out there. That's why actually we're seeing ourselves as a fourth treatment pillar. So you have different options today. We would be another option, but we would be adjunctive, so you can use it. It's home use, so you can go home and wear it and get basically a treatment while you're at home. So you don't have to go to chemotherapy for this. It would be in conjunction with chemotherapy.
Thanks. A little closer.
Oh, sorry.
Do you have an idea of the timeline to get to testing this with human beings?
Yes, approximately 6 months after we're capitalized. That's the answer. We have a full team at the Ohio State University, the clinical trials office. They've already agreed to sponsor the study, and there's 4 physicians lined up to do it with us. Recently, they were.
Did you talk about use of funds? Can you go back to that slide you raised and where that's
I don't think in this short deck we have a longer deck that has some of that information. So the funds would immediately be used to build the 40 to 60 systems needed for the human work that we're doing initially, the first human. So the initial funds, that $1 to $2 million you see there, is going to be used for that. It's not an exact number because the exact number of patients yet has not been finalized. So it's going to depend on that.
Are you going to pursue more SBIR, or did you?
We already have. We already have one SBIR that we're executing right now with chemotherapy in animals. We are pursuing actually 3 other grants. We filed 2 applications and we're filing another one in January. That'll be a direct phase 2, which would be for humans with other types of treatment therapies combined, so the combination therapies. So there's plenty of parallel activities with private funding in the clinical trials office as well as SBIR. But of course, the SBIR work is going to be not sure if you're going to get it, how long it's going to take. So.
Right. And where are you with the FDA process?
So we currently do not require FDA approval to do our first improvement because it's going to be an IRB study. It's a non-significant risk device, so the university can basically make that judgment call. Plus, it's only a small number of patients. Being non-significant risk, they're fine with it. They've already agreed to do it. We are deliberately waiting until we get some key data, which, based on the way the protocol, we should start seeing some data after 1 month on the first patients. Then we'll go to the FDA and talk to them about how many. We will make sure that we have enough patients for the submission. So, but we're going to wait because it's important. If we go to the FDA first, what are we going to tell them?
So did I miss it? How do you collect your data? So can you go back to the image of the actual product?
So the device itself will only be storing device performance data. So like this, is it running? How long is it running for? How many hours a day? Is it the right output to the field? That type of thing. That's what will be stored in the device. Okay, it's not going to be a wire. It's not going to be able to use it at first. So that's a lot more difficult cybersecurity regulations. But we will. It'll be a typical treatment like no other for cancer, where you get an MRI done, you exercise your tumor before and after our treatment, as well as other markers. There are other markers that you can look at in the body to see how the body is responding to the treatment, and they're specific to our device. So it's kind of complex.
And you have a tail question?
Yeah.
All
right, final question, and it's gonna be a lightning round answer, go.
Just curious, there's some correlation on EMS, electromagnetic fields, and using actually cancer in patients, right? So just, I would like to understand the difference between EMS and induced electric fields for the opposite.
There's completely different. So, first of all, we are like, we are at about 8 microteslas of field strength. So your cell phone is putting more energy into you right now than I'm doing. So we have tailored it to, we are targeting it to the impedance of a cancer cell, which is different from the impedance of a healthy cell. That's why we don't affect.
And with that, that's all the time we have. Thank you very